Yo, what's up? This is Jeff. On today's episode of The Art and Science of Self-Defense, I'm preparing to go to my self-defense course class, so I wanted to take a moment to show you some of the gear that I use for my class. So I'll start with I'm going to start with what I consider to be the most important gear that you're going to need if you're planning to take a self-defense course. You're going to need some really sturdy, lightweight shoes with good tread. I bought these at a sporting goods store. These are wrestling shoes that guys wear in high school or college for wrestling. The mistake that I made when I started taking the self-defense course was I walked into class with some basketball shoes on. And the basketball shoes were actually too heavy for the course that I was taking. They weren't designed for the kind of activities that we were doing. That's why they're called basketball shoes. As a result of me wearing the wrong shoes for my self-defense course, in the very second class, I injured my right thigh. I pulled a hamstring in my right thigh, which caused me to miss 6 weeks of session as I was recovering from that injury. All of that came about as a result of not wearing the wrong shoes for the session. So if you're planning to enroll in a self-defense course, don't take any shortcuts. Go out and get the proper footwear, because this is the most important equipment that you're going to need. Now, this is coming right out of my bag. I'm kind of rushing because I don't want to be late. Now, the second most important gear that I have, that I feel like it's important that you have, is MMA gloves, MMA style gloves for your sessions. The reason that these are most essential for the course that I'm taking is really defense fighting course, is because you're not only throwing punches, but you're also going to learn techniques that are going to allow you to grapple with your opponent. So you want to invest in some really nice MMA style gloves. Okay, there you go. You have your fingers exposed so you can grapple and whatever you got to do. Now another mistake that I made, well, it may not be a mistake, is hand wraps. Some guys wear hand wraps and they only train in their hand wraps. Some guys wear hand wraps inside of their gloves. The mistake that I made is when I started taking this course, because we end up throwing between 80 to over 100 punches per session when we're punching a punching bag. So, as a result of my continuous punching, I'm right-handed. So this is where my power comes from. This is the hand that I'm right-hand dominant. My left hand, and long story short, I developed tendinitis in my left hand because my left hand was not as sound in terms of technique when I first began taking the course. So I developed some tendinitis in my left hand. So therefore, there wasn't enough padding in my gloves to support my left hand. So what I ended up doing, I ended up buying some hand wraps. These are 108-inch hand wraps. I think they go up to 120 to 180. But these are 108-inch hand wraps. So what I do is I wrap my hands before I put my gloves on. Now, because I'm getting ready to go to my class, I don't have time to demonstrate hand wrapping at this point in time, but on my next video, I will demonstrate how to wrap your hands if you're planning to enroll in a self-defense course. Now, a few other things I have in here. I have shorts. Some guys wear sweatpants, and when I say guys, there's not just guys in the class. There are women in the class as well. In fact, my primary instructors are females, and they are very capable of taking apart nearly any man that should find himself in a situation where he was wrong. And I wear a knee brace because my right knee I injured playing basketball some years ago when I dunked on this guy. Well, I didn't actually dunk on him, but you had to be there. And now for the men, because of the nature of the class that we take is not only punching involved, you're going to need a cup, okay? Get yourself a cup, you know, because there's not just punches being delivered in these sessions that we go to. And I have protective goggles. I have protective goggles that I wear for some of the sessions because sometimes we have multiple attacker sessions. And I got poked nearly got poked in the eye in one session. So therefore I wear these goggles for the multiple attacker sessions. And I also have a mouthpiece here somewhere. Well, you know what a mouthpiece is. It's also helpful to wear a mouthpiece at times because you want to, even though you're in these classes, you want to exercise safety at all times. Whoever you're paired up with as your opponent, you have to understand the safety measures that are to be taken to avoid injury in these self-defense classes. Okay, well, that's all that I'm going to show you today, other than the fact that I do have boxing gloves that I like to use for my own personal training sessions as I study traditional boxing, and savate, which is French kickboxing. These gloves are for my own personal training. I don't wear these to my Israeli Defense Forces class because these won't allow me to grapple. Okay, well, this was a very brief presentation because I'm kind of pressed for time. I have to get to my class. Until next time, remember, always defend, never fight. Never fight, always defend.